You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Hello, man. You tuned in to Let's Yap About It. Even though I don't talk, but you got something to say. Stuck emotions out now.
Tune in to Let's Yap About It. This ain't no podcast. It's a problem cast. I go out of Fat Pimp Texas very own. Hey, man, tell your baby mama I'm looking for her. Tell your wife I'm looking for her. That's what it is, man. Let's Yap About It, man. This ain't no podcast. It's a problem cast. Fat motherfucker Pimp. Let's go, man.
Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Yap About It podcast. Yeah. Starring Raw Bass. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap. Let go. Yeah. Let's yap about it. We in the mix. Fit too savage. Let's yap about it. Was so living, had to pray for all of my children. Now the whole world be listening. Talk to niggas from prison. Spoke how they was living, how the COs be tripping. Rappers losing on the back end because promoter dudes keep dipping. Seen the show when the dude started out of bloods, then start crippin'. Stripper niggas stop tipping, out of game niggas stop flipping. Bad attitude, so he had to move just to keep his ass out of prison. Seen a show about a young hoe, fucked on a sister, man, no apology. Let's yap about it. If the bitch come around me, shit, she can holler at me. Check my Instagram, she was following me, cause she knew I be where them dollars be. Rapid funds, but I keep it going, I fuck you up, no apologies. Yep. Let's yap about it. Yep. Let's yap about it. Yep. Let's yap about it. Live with all baby. Let's yap about it. Bit too savage, savage like music.
What's up, y'all? What's up? We are back better than ever. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the nice program. Listen, I'm not going to be long-winded tonight, but I wanted to touch base with some things that have been on my mind. Tonight's episode, you already seen what the title was, Black Men versus White Supremacy at this point. We're almost coming down to the end of the first quarter of the year. Everybody's building, everybody's trying to maintain what they're trying to do. But there were some things that ran across my mind, especially when it comes to this month. You see me on the last episode, I talked about it. There was no Black history, no celebrities posting anything, no vital information to who we are as a people. You know, I know the Black history, everybody says that, oh, it's just not just one thing in 1 month, and you know what I'm saying? It should be celebrated all the time, but I ain't seen shit. I haven't seen nothing. I haven't seen not diddly doodly squat when it comes to Black history. And that's concerning at this point. I haven't seen not a celebrity, nobody post anything in relevance to Black history or any influential Black man or Black woman, point blank, period. It's all been a bunch of entertaining things as far as, you know, big meets and all that bullshit that's going on, which I could personally give a fuck about. But this is what I'm talking about as far as, you know, we taking our history serious. We're going to talk about those things tonight. I also want to bring in, I also want to touch bases, man. We almost at 1,400 subscribers. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? We slowly but surely got there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping my foot on their neck and I'm not stopping. 1,400, almost right there at the peak of 1,400 subscribers. We building. I also wanted to top on your screen tonight to this. Listen to me. On February 28th, if you get a chance, man, share it with everybody. Share it with everybody. I got a one-on-one interview with Creole Brat, February 28th, 2025, about 12 o'clock. I'm gonna release a little bit of the snippet of what we talking about. She's making her waves in Houston, and we definitely have paved the way for new artists and upcoming artists to come out. Like I told you, real music doesn't get played on the radio. Real music gets played everywhere, straight up. So I'm showing my support and love that way. I also want to say this too. There's a lot of things that's going on in the media, but we want to address one thing tonight, man, and it's made waves. We're gonna talk about a few things tonight. We first thing we're gonna talk about tonight. Steve Smith Sr. gets caught up in love triangle. Steve Smith Sr. accused of an affair with the wife of the Ravens marching band member. He confronted him over the phone. That Jezebel spirit is running wild at this point in America. We're gonna talk about that tonight. And I also want to say this. Today, we honor Dr. Claude Anderson for his work. Dr. Claude Anderson is a visionary and the president of Powernomics, a business model that focuses on the empowerment and economic self-sufficiency. He served under the Carter administration and gave away land. Could you imagine that? Somebody giving away land to the American people, putting it back in the hands of the people and not in the corporations? Man, that's something deep. And I have to send a special shout out and special love to him tonight. This ain't nobody talking Black history. God damn it, I'm gonna do it. So it is what it is. We want to cover this too tonight. I'm gonna ask this question. Black history, right? We in the month of Black history. Why is it important to educate children on Black history all year round and not just during celebratory months? Like I told you, this is where we at now. I really want to touch bases on that. And I want y'all to join in the conversation. You see us in the chat. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Come on up here. You know what I'm saying? We all family. We all a podcast family. And we talk our perspectives. We want to talk about this too. Is Black media Black excellence or Black exploitation? Why is it important to have media representation that amplifies Black voices and stories across various communities? I really want y'all to chime in. Y'all hit that bottom, man. Y'all come up here. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to speak. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions that you don't know, because these conversations are the things that you need to have with kids at the house. They got another generation coming. So guess what? You want to put that behind them. Now, also this, I wanted to say this too. If you need any digital marketing on any next level, man, listen here. Listen, we're doing $5 promotions on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. DM me and let's yap about it. Email me at let's yap about it gmail.com. You see it at the bottom of your screen. We definitely gonna rock and roll. And then also too, I want you to get your music featured on this podcast episode. Send your music to the let's yap about it Gmail and get your music featured on the best problem cast in the media today. You know what I'm saying? We coming cross country with this, man. Yeah. You know, I just want to touch bases everywhere across the board. And I want to address this. Now, this is the key thing. And this is the last thing. And this is based on Dr. Claude Anderson. Are Black men and women a permanent underclass? Dr. Anderson talked about it in his book. And we are here today actually with access to more money, education, and technology. And we are still consumers. why I want to ask that question. And to kick off tonight's episode, I really want to show you the book. I really want you to have this in your arsenal when it comes to having these conversations with your kids. This book is one of the most important books that every family should have. Man, write this down. Write this down. This should be right in your arsenal. And I really want y'all to hit home because I got a lot more books. See, I just don't talk about it. I be about it. You know what I'm saying? I keep these in my arsenal, especially when I'm explaining things to my daughter. And we have these type of conversations. Shout out to my daughter. Shout out to my baby as well. She already knows I love her. I care about her. She's doing great in school. That's all a father could ever ask for. And that's exactly what we're going to get into as far as the importance of Black history. So, first things first, I want to get this out the way. Steve Smith Sr. of the Carolina Panthers, you know he's a Hall of Famer. He got accused of an affair with the wife of the Ravens marching band member. He called him the guy that was that he was having that's the husband of the woman who's having an affair with, and he called Steve Smith. And if you go according, I didn't want to put that out there because it's already out there. Everybody done seen it. There were a lot of raunchy text messages and shit like that were going back and forth. And he let it be known that he known that his wife was cheating. And Steve Smith said, I'm sorry. And that was basically his answer at the end of the day. Now, I want to talk about this because this is something that I'm going to talk about. And we talked about this in the past episode a little bit about the Jezebel spirit and how it's moving rampant amongst Black men and Black women. Now, most people would say it's a win for Steve Smith. Most people would say that was a win for her and a loss for him. The reason that this thing is going on and has become so rampant is because people feel that there is nothing respectable, honorable, and traditional in 2025. The motto is right nowadays, especially when it comes to marital and it comes to different things like that, most people right now are saying, well, they cheating, so I'll cheat too. Or eventually they're going to cheat, so I might as well get my cheat on too. Me personally, I don't co-sign any of that. And the reason being is because there are a lot of people out here that step out on faith, step out on morals, values, and principles to keep things like marriage together. If you think I'm finna sit here and co-sign any of that bullshit, I'm not. And the reason being is because how can we expect for us to co-sign this type of things? But if you have children, you want them to possibly get married and want them to honor their marriage and honor their vows and honor everything that's sacred about the sanctity of marriage themselves. Now, I'm going to say this. Steve Smith in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Him, yeah, he got to get on. He has to address that with his wife. But nonetheless, we have what we can possibly see is a potentially broken home. We don't know if children are involved. We don't know what this man was capable of. I mean, he made a direct phone call. What we could have in this situation is another Steve McNair situation. Understand this. When it comes to marriage and it comes to things like that that's supposed to be taken sacred, you're supposed to honor this type of shit. And the reason why I say you're supposed to honor it is because you're not supposed to be able to cop out to certain things. Now, everybody can make their choices. Everybody's adults at the end of the day, but you're supposed to have a little bit of something, and that's integrity. And that's what's missing in 2025. Make no mistake about it. Was he wrong for calling him? Yeah, of course he was wrong for calling him. Not necessarily, but I would say at the point of him knowing exactly what was going on, he could have just put that situation behind him by easily addressing his woman in that situation and then moving forward, divorcing and different things like that. Now, in the situation, is it salvageable? To him, it may be. To her, it may not be. To her, it may be. To him, it may not be. We don't know what's going on. We don't know the particulars about the situation. But I can say, allegedly, if this situation went on, I don't co-sign none of it, because at the end of the day, all it does is perpetuate the ignorance amongst anybody having any type of integrity or intensity or intelligence, or most of all, a moral value compass to know what's right from wrong. Now, as you can see at the bottom, if you want to join on the YouTube, you can join in the chat. You can say, hey, man, hey, I feel like he should have not said nothing. But here's what you don't understand about people. When things are done to people, you don't get to dictate the reaction of how that person feels. Let me take it a step further. Now, every man can say that in this situation of how he shouldn't have addressed it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Why is it not okay to say something? Because we got women in these type of situations that go through these type of things, and then the dudes end up messing with punks. Can I take it there?
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
Let me tell y'all something. It's about to get hot in here. It's a lot of dudes in H-Town. See, a lot of them that you think is solid out here messing with a whole bunch of women is up under the covers with a whole bunch of other dudes. Oh yeah, make no mistake about it. See, one thing about it, staying silent and staying in these situations can put yourself in a position of having AIDS. Having an STD, syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, HPV, cancer of the mouth. Oh yeah. See, nobody likes to talk about them type of things. See, staying silent can get your ass put into a situation that you can't get out of. And there's a lot of dudes and a lot of females walking around the city of Houston that got that bug. And they ain't saying nothing, spreading it wide across the city, not even just from here, from state to state. See, here's the thing what you don't understand, that these type of situations put people in positions that they didn't want to be, because they didn't have a choice. And guess what? It only takes one time, one situation to put your ass in an uncompromisable position. And if you think I'm lying, it's a lot of females running around here that's in between the legs of a woman, scissoring, sucking dick, also doing a whole bunch of other shit up under it too, because I done seen it. Point blank, make no mistake about it. If I tell you something, at the end of the day, when you take them vows and you take that shit very seriously, and that other person is taking it very seriously, man, don't get in the mix of that. Don't be breaking up no happy homes, because you don't know what kind of position you can put yourself in, because you can also get yourself shot. Because if you think it's gonna stop them hollow points, you got another thing mistaken, because it's a lot of people out here that don't play about their marriage, and it's a lot of people out here that don't play about their family. And shout out to the people that honor their vows, and shout out to the people that honor themselves as far as keeping things true amongst their family, for real. They don't get enough credit. To a lot of females and a lot of the brothers that fight temptation to keep their marriage together, who the devil tries to use them and try to infiltrate them, for the people that try to come at them as family members on both sides of the spectrum. Yeah, man, shout out to them, man, that's keeping their family together. Salute to them. Yeah. It can be hard at times. You can want to walk away. You can want to crash out and put yourself in a bad position. But it only takes one time for you to be in a major fucked up position in which you in. Because I'm going to tell you this, at the end of the day, if you don't respect each other, you don't love each other, and y'all get to a point of where it just becomes completely toxic, man, just walk away from it. And I want to say this too. And I want the ladies to understand this too, and I want the fellas to understand this too. There are a lot of things that you face and you fight on the daily comings and goings. There are a lot of people that are envious of the togetherness that you may have. There are a lot of people that may not be able to get that whole slice of the pie of marriage, but they'll take a slither by fucking up your household. Recognize that at the end of the day, keep yourself honorable. Let me tell you something, it goes a long way because you don't know what God may have in store. You don't know what blessings that you might be breaking by making a quick frantic decision that's going to cause you a lifetime full of pain. For real, for real. I'm being honorable and I'm telling you the real because ain't nobody else gonna do it. You're gonna see all these shows perpetuate the ignorance and the bullshit, right? But guess what? Them same people ain't put nothing as far as what we call black excellence. And in this situation right here, I cringe at it because at the end of the day, that this guy Steve Smith, yes, he's a sports personality, respected amongst his peers and things like that. And to have this type of shit going on, it says a lot. And let me tell you something: in certain cultures, they don't respect shit like that, and they'll stop doing business with you on the account of if you get down like this with the people that you love and care about. Imagine what you'll do to somebody when it comes to business. Understand this. Some people play by them rules that may be amongst your circle, but when you come outside your circle, some people might not be a part of that shit either. So shout out to the people that's keeping their families together and sticking together, man, and holding on, man. 5 years. I don't care if you made it through the first year, it's been hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, 20 years, 30, 40, 50 years of marriage, man. I salute y'all for real, man. Shout out to y'all. But I wanted to talk about this too, man. I wanted to honor Dr. Claude Anderson for his work. Um, One of the most influential people that we have in Black culture. You see me put up the book Powernomics. He did a lot of things for African Americans. If you ever get a chance, check out some of his lectures on YouTube. Also, check out some of his interviews that he's had on the Breakfast Club, where he talked about African Americans and he talked about this business model of powernomics, especially coming from the household, from the mother, from the father, and to the children. Your lineage, your legacy, all of your children are supposed to be pushing a generation forward. You're not supposed to be stagnated. Each generation is supposed to be better. Let me give you an example of that. The Patel family, who's into restaurants, liquor, and different things, their last name means something. So they actually have a focus point on what areas of activity that they want to control under their last name. Understand the Patel name is a large name around the nation and around the world, as a matter of fact, and their last name means something. So I challenge you in this month of Black History, create something of value that Dr. Claude Anderson talked about. This is one of the most influential people. If you get a chance, please check out his lectures. He talks about Black excellence, and he exactly is the representation of what we need as far as Black excellence. Shout out to him, man, for real. A lot of what I've understood in culture, especially when it comes to economics, is valuing your dollar and valuing where you place it. What we can see right now, gauging in America as far as the financial sectors, we are spending now more than ever. We're spending, and I'm gonna tell you the areas of where we're going with it. We're spending it on shoes, clothes, materialism, jewelry, everything except the foundation of ownership. Dr. Amos Wilson, another influential Black history historian, one of the most prolific writers of our time, talked about the same very thing of us thinking that we can consume our way into a Black wealth situation. And it doesn't work like that. We have to build our wealth and we have to build what we have on top of what we have, not just for ourselves, but for our communities and for us to adapt to the word nepotism. That word is not often used, But you see examples, real life examples. LeVar Ball, who stood behind his sons to assure that all three of them made it to the NBA. We also see Prime Time. Prime Time, shout out to Prime Time, man, doing a phenomenal job with his sons. Looking at the situation that he came out of, looking at what he faced against, and his career could have been shot just from marriage. Look what he's done with his sons, and look at what he's did. He's taken what he's known as far as education, as far as economics, as far as his leverage, as far as his expertise, and put his sons in the best position possible. Shout out to him, though. Coach Prime did his thing. And it's so funny that they look at him as a hero, but then Primetime addressed it with Molly Quorum himself. And then he said, yeah, shout out to LeVar Ball, man. He did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And what's the difference? Every black man, we see LeBron doing it right now. What's the problem? What's the understand where we're supposed to be lifting ourselves up and not complaining about a situation when we can see a prime example of what nepotism is. And we can take that as an example and start laying down the blueprint for our children ourselves. We talk real shit over here. So we don't bust down no what if situations or whatever. We like to get to the brass tacks of things because there ain't nobody else in the media talking about it. We're about the only media page that's addressing Black history. There ain't been nobody, none of these goofy ass niggas like DJ Academics, Rap 100, Adam 22, all the Instagram celebrities that's actually out there that got millions of followers. We ain't seen shit about Black history. Come on, man, what we doing? At the end of the day, we supposed to be proud. We supposed to have a certain level of pride. If we can see that the Jews can make everybody understand what the Holocaust is, God damn it, we can make them understand every fucking day of their life of what Black oppression is. Shout out to everybody that paved the way. Yeah, make no mistake about it. This is the way we supposed to be. And I got somebody up here that I'm finna bring, you know what I'm saying, to the front of the congregation. Shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my boy. Check me out. I'm finna bring him on up here. Yo, what's up, man? I got a special guest tonight. Man. Listen to me. We having actual factuals in the building tonight. Give me 1 second. I'm finna bring them on up. Man. We finna have a good old time in here tonight, man. That y'all can come through.
Black, what it
Man,
do?
Yo,
man, we up here tonight, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that's rocking and rolling tonight. Man, we doing our thing tonight, man. For real, man. Shout out to my boy Timbo, the motherfucking king in the building tonight. I'm gonna make it big so we can all see each other, man. So we can rock out, man. Man, we talking about the situation with Black history, man. And I was just going into details about some things. And one of the things that I was going into detail was about this, man. And I want people to understand that I'm not picking on our people. I'm not picking on us. I'm not picking on, I'm just not, trying to, say that this and this and is a problem or a situation. But let me do this. Hold on. Right there at the top. And then I got you right here. Let's have this conversation. It needs to be had tonight, man. And I feel like it has to be had because I don't think nobody's taking Black history serious, man. And what I'm talking about is Dr. Claude Anderson, as far as his work and Black empowerment. I want to ask y'all this question, man. When was the last time, and what do you see as far as the business model of Black empowerment and self-sufficiency? Do you see a lot of us being self-sufficient? Tim, you want to take this first, or Truth, you want to take this second, or however you want to do it?
Go, go,
well,
go ahead, Truth.
well, we'll break it down for the people. The question that you really want to go into detail about, because I want to shoot straight.
What this would be the perfect way. This would be the perfect way to say this. What do you see us as far as growth in the black economic part, in the black, I'm talking about everything across the board, as far as economics, education, anything. What do you see as of right now? And you give your perspective and why.
Um, well, it starts from first me. I think you gotta take your feelings out. If a motherfucker ain't gonna take their feelings out, the conversation ain't gonna be had because black people.
Hold on, you cut out. Go ahead.
You cut your mic off.
He must have cut his
Okay,
mic.
there you go. Oh,
There
yeah,
you go. There
my
you go.
bad.
Go ahead.
No, because people quick to say what you trying to say, what you mean instead of just being straight up. Like what I'm doing right now, going around the question. That's just in us to just do that. And I did that on purpose just to get people on the insight. And as far as growth, I'm gonna say this. When I was growing up in the 70s, I had real white teachers that really broke shit down, like Mr. Wigger and all this other kind of teachers. Now we got Mexicans because they only built on love. White folks don't give a damn about emotions, bro. They want you to learn it, get it, and get up out of here. And black people, they gonna look at you first, judge you, see how they gonna come to you, and then if they feel like they can't have a conversation with you, then they gonna go off their feelings instead of getting you where you need to be.
That's an interesting perspective. Tim, what do you say to that?
Um, I feel like we're where we need to be, but we didn't make some progress for sure. Um, as far as the entrepreneur route, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of black people who got businesses that thrive and they survive. Even if you just go to the city of Atlanta and see how everything is out there as far as the gas stations, everything ran by black people. So, when you ask how are we from an economical standpoint, it's not a overall, it's like a drop in the bucket, but it is more for you to see now. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you look in the NBA, all the motherfuckers rich and they all black for the most part. Yeah, the owners, of course, got way more money, but these boys signed a $203 million contracts. You know what I'm saying? They create generational wealth. Um, NFL, same shit. Um, we even infiltrating, other sports. But understand that's still a small drop in the bucket because every black person ain't an athlete. So as far as your everyday, day-to-day black person, nah, like we light years behind still. But I mean,
Right. And see, Tim, and to piggyback off of that question, bro, the question that see, Tim, I said that, Tim said that. Now watch this. The question that you asked, because I'm paying attention, the
Mhm.
growth, none of them reach back. Because you see what I'm saying? Because they feel like they're gonna bring a hater with them. So it's just gonna be 1%. Look at Kanye and West. When he tried to fuck with us, they called him crazy. Now he giving you what you really want, walking around with his naked girl and all that old kind of shit. But he tried to give Yeezys to the black people. He tried to give factories, put people to work, and the first thing they did was call him crazy. Then they want to compare LeBron to Michael Jordan. It's just, it's crazy, man.
that,
I don't
that,
think it's gonna grow because they not gonna reach back. I'm gonna say that.
You don't think that?
look. Check this out. Even when Obama got in office, right?
Mhm.
He ain't gonna get no black vice president.
You say what?
It's just a lot. I say he ain't gonna get no black vice president. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of times, man, when niggas get in certain positions, they don't reach back for sure. And you know what? I don't blame him.
You know, I heard Mike Epps talk about winner's remorse of how even Wallow and them, you know what I'm saying? They talked not Wallow, Mace talked about it, about having winner's remorse, as far as, you know, him making it. And then, you know, there's so many people that he loved that didn't make it. And there's a certain level of degree of separation that he had to have. And even Mike Epps started doing drugs because he felt so bad because he really wanted it for his people. Do you think that right there is also a key ingredient that a lot of times we're ashamed of our success?
Nah, I don't think it's your shame. I think it just be fucked up when your people can't comprehend it, right? So like if I don't niggas they only knew me from being on the block. You know, and I had this happen in real life. I had one of my partners, and we were going to you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Yeah,
hold on, you breaking up.
Man,
yeah,
in
I
10
got,
years,
got
it's gonna be a family of 10 living in one house. And they all gonna pay $125 and pay the rent and talk shit about everybody else that they encounter. Mexicans gonna move together, build 10 houses. That's why they trying to run us out of them with ISIS. And I just feel like the black family, I love us to death, but we gonna lick each
me
other
ready.
wounds, man. We ain't gonna push because we feel like we strengthen numbers because if we want us, the next door neighbors, everybody to go through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't see the growth in it because they guns cost more than they. It's just
And look, say the raw podcast blow tomorrow, right? It's gonna be every nigga that grew up with him talking about what he wasn't doing, or talking about how he used to be. Like that's what all the interviews gonna be, bro. It's never
yeah.
gonna be about your success. Like even when black people come to your weddings, right? Like white people come to the wedding, dance, enjoy themselves. When black people come, they ain't paid for shit. They gonna complain about the food. They gonna talk about what the girl got on. They gonna want to know how much the dress costs, how much the husband costs. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Who was the minister? Why they get this fat dude up here? Why this? You know what I'm saying? It is always something.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna speak on who wedding. I know the pastor told them if anybody got something to say, something forever, hold your peace. Man, he say, no, we gonna fast forward there because I know somebody got something to say. Boy, I fell out my chair
Damn.
when I heard that. He say, nah, y'all keep it to yourself. We just gonna proceed with the wedding. But I have to ask that. I said, God damn.
Boy, look, they come to crash the party, huh?
Mm, mm.
But let me ask you something. Is that something? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I call us the big three, right? We always, you know what I'm saying, sharpening each other, sparring with each other to make sure that we're also on point with everything that we do. Are people are scared to get in these type of circles? Let me ask that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got
Bro,
you got you
if you
got somebody to hold you accountable. No, nobody want to be held accountable. Man.
Notice you
no.
started messing up when you said that. Say that one more time.
I'm like, hell, man, nobody wants to be held accountable. You guys gonna get started. You gonna get held accountable.
Man, you gotta be like listen, you gotta be like to be listened to. If they don't like you, you ain't they not don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
You know, that's crazy. It made me think about Noah's Ark when he was building the ark and nobody was paying him no attention until it started raining. And then when it started raining,
And guess
everybody
what
wanted
God
to jump
say?
on the
Take the
boat.
animals.
Look here. Look,
Well,
we gonna
that's
take the
sad.
ratchets, we gonna take the roaches, we gonna take the tarantulas, we gonna take the water bugs, we
Damn.
gonna take everything. But you niggas, you can't get on this boat.
You can't. But it's sad.
Man, listen, when you look at some of these stories in the Bible, some of them are comedic. You know what I'm saying, to a certain extent, because you be like, it had to be some niggas, man, because he ain't let them niggas get on the boat for nothing.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Man,
yeah.
for real.
That's how I go. A nigga always doubt you and think you crazy until it's time for takeoff, man.
Man,
Man, come on,
I was
man.
talking to my kinfolk. I swear to God, bro. I was talking to my kinfolk. I promise, because he finna sell all his houses and buy some duplex, like 20, 24 units or whatever. And what I learned, like it, say like if I say, man, Timbo, he got a barbershop, he whooped de whoop. Somebody behind me gonna say, man, will you let it go? It's like you pulling on it. It's like black people cringe when we help each other. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like a hating bone just come. Oh, you ain't hear you know what he wants to say about you? You be like, man, I'm just congratulating him. Like black people, it does something to their mental when you give somebody their card and
Yeah,
uplift. So it goes back to you say growth. No.
yeah.
You know,
That I Ross their bros on the nigga all day long. Oh yeah, man, that nigga, yeah, he gonna hit on them dice, he gonna woo woo. Then they be like, shit, you know that nigga baby mama. So woo woo, it's always like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you know,
you gonna get a backhanded compliment, man. Even if
Oh
they tell you,
yes.
even if they tell you, hey, they jacket clean. Look, they gonna tell you that jacket you got on clean. But I would have wore some different jeans with it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
exactly, man. We don't say I'm proud of you and keep it pushing. We gonna figure out, man, Rob. If I go in here, I don't care if I take this podcast to the chef run and say, man, this guy is great. Man, that nigga with that hat on, they gonna find something to say. You can't uplift black. Man, you know what? The only place you can lift black people up is at funerals and graduation.
Yeah.
Anything else? No, no promotion, no babies. Man, I done seen somebody have a baby say, my wife, she said, that baby look like the golden child because the baby was born with no. You know what I'm saying? How
I
can you do that? It's a newborn baby. The baby house. I'm talking about nothing on the head. She said
black,
that baby like the golden child.
black, and they only uplifted for a moment. When it's time for the repays, it's going down. I bullshit you not. Me and Jay work at the barbershop. We went to a funeral Saturday, right?
talk to him.
Soon as I left the funeral, Jay called me. He said, "Hey, Tim, you done left too early." I said, "Why you say that?" Man, they squabbling. It's going down at the funeral. Bro. See, girls throwing hands, man.
And that's what I'm saying. So how we gonna grow? Man, Trump's so smart. He know that I already gave black people money. If I let these Hispanics get here, they gonna eat them jalapenos, make 10 kids, train them to cut yard at 8 years old. They gonna be building houses at 16, and they gonna just take over the whole street. Cause see, when they here to stay. So Trump like, oh no, I can't get cool with them because Hispanics they really really love like they like even from the jail cell to the street like they don't care about money, they want family and love in a real way, but black folks it's just bro. I,
I, you know what's so funny you say that because I literally, you know what I'm saying. A lot of times I'm very observant in what I watch and what I do, and especially when I'm around other people. Right? I watch the family get excited. I'm talking about families. If you pay attention, if you think I'm lying, you can check it out yourself. Go to a Waffle House, go to a Denny's, or go to a IHOP on the weekend. You see a lot of Hispanics with family.
Mm-hmm.
enjoying themselves, bro. They not worried about going to the most expensive restaurant. It's about them enjoying, having conversation, and just big up in one another. You know what I'm saying? Also talking business too. I've literally watched I'm right down the street from an IHOP, man, and I'm right down the street from a Waffle House, and I see so many families getting together. Oh, they not frowning up at each other. It's an event almost for them to get out of their beds on a Saturday and a Sunday to come together and eat and to be able to say, look, everything's okay, everything's fine. We're able to eat out and do whatever we want to do. Man, that is a blessing to them. They take the little things that they have
Yes.
and they value them.
And then,
Yeah.
look, Rob, look. They not tripping that IHOP don't serve alcohol. See, the first time when you tell a bunch of niggas, hey, let's all come together, they gonna say, somebody say IHOP, but somebody was like, IHOP is gonna be a problem. They want to go with the mimosas, all that shit, because the only time black people can hang together is if liquor involved. But once the liquor involved, the fight's jumping off anyway, man.
Right. You know what? You know what I seen. I'm gonna blow y'all top. I ain't gonna say the movies. I ain't gonna say a restaurant because you can see those people there. Watch this here. Go to Splash Town. You're gonna see a mother and a daughter, or a daddy and a son, or a group of college kids, or a field trip. You're not gonna see a black family swimming together. I swear to God, it blew my top. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I got my family with me, but it's single mothers. It's everybody single. I guess. You know what I noticed about black families? I'm gonna be honest. They think they gifts. They'll argue about the gift that they bought each other if they separated. He bought you that? Oh, what he did? I'm like, God. They
Man,
don't stop, man.
did you just see on the news where the girl stabbed her boyfriend because he got her
a
the
necklace
bracelet, the
instead of
necklace
bracelet, she won't
instead of the
do.
bracelet? Dog, come on, man. Come on, bro.
And
Like,
see,
what we
and
talking
I
about
hate to
here?
even talk like this about our people, but my eyes work. My
Okay.
eyes work, man. So I mean, even my blind eye work. You know, they turn a blind eye, even that motherfucker
Yeah.
still be looking.
Hey, hey, it's
Be
like,
like,
man.
man, why you hit that man? He wrong in the mother. You supposed to keep walking and minding your business, but that your blind eye done seen it. Oh, I
Hold on,
gotta tell you to do it.
hold on, Tim. Give him the old saying.
Which one?
It
Oh yeah, it gotta not make sense, man.
Oh, most definitely not.
it gotta not make sense in order for it to make sense.
What can we say good about black? No, I'm like, I mean, like, look, there ain't one black person that really put the work in that you will idolize and follow behind,
Nah.
bro.
Honestly, the people that I'm talking about in Black history, and they dating back to the 70s and 80s. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to,
Who are these people? Name them, bro.
man, we talking Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Amos Wilson, Francis Cress Wilson, Shiraz Ali, and I'm gonna even say forward to this day, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
he's so smart because he know ain't nobody gonna join his bandwagon. He got that funny ass haircut, and he gonna go. He know. He-
Hey, hey, yo,
No, I'm saying he already
yo,
coming through the gate ugly. You know what I'm
man.
saying? So he already know black people. Even though he telling the truth, he know ain't nobody gonna follow him.
He
So he
say he coming through
capitalizing
the
on
gate
our
ugly.
mistakes.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Corey Holcomb, man, he wilding that could with it too, man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I give him his
yeah,
Yeah.
card too.
yeah.
Oh, I tell you who else. I tell you who else. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all don't like him, but Jason Black, I'm gonna give him his card, man, too.
Oh
He do his
Lord.
thing, man. He do his thing. I gotta give him his props, bro.
He just sprinkle. He sprinkles. I need the jaw. But he all right. Cause
Yeah.
he anything. But you see how black people do? knowing Jason Black is really bringing us together. And look what I said. See what I'm saying? It's just we can't help it.
Yeah, you that nigga you just described.
I know it.
But you know what? I must say this. I met two men that are family based men, honorable. I can say it both of y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
you think we the only ones here?
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes we have that foolish pride and it kicks in at the worst times, especially when we want to know the answer to something, but we're too embarrassed to even just ask the question because we really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where we are as a society. We live in an embarrassment, but pride ourselves on foolish shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that plays a huge intricate part, which brings me to this part here. um Dr. Claude Anderson, he said, are black men and women a permanent underclass? Dr. Anderson talked about this in his book, and we are today with access to more money, education, and technology, and we're still consumers and not owners. Why? But I want to play this as an example, right? These two small clips, they're about a minute and something, and I want to get y'all opinion on this. Here's the first one. Check it out, Dr. Claude Anderson.
You mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015? 2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there are going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites are going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement. Two, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are, because this country operates misguided label called minority, that they are equal to you and over you. And we're going to deal with that whole concept of minority in a few minutes too. So that's the problem with the influx of immigrants. And what they are doing is coming into the country and doing what we've never been allowed to do and we've never been bright enough to do in some senses, is to build your own communities. You got to build your communities. You see, every group that when they leave their homeland, the last thing they do is look in the mirror. They look in the mirror and say, I'm going to America. And I'm going to go to America. I'm going to find me a community or neighborhood. Or I'm going to build one with people who look like me. And so that's why you go all over this nation, where they're coming out of Asia. You will find Vietnamese towns all over California, little Cambodia. You'll find a Chinatown in every major city.
I laugh and say that it got a knot, right? Now here's the thing.
No, because we couldn't hear it.
Hold on. I'm explaining what he was talking about, right?
Okay, yeah.
What he was talking about us becoming a permanent underclass because we don't have the same model as every culture of making a permanent place our home, and we going with each other to build in such a way, right? And that plays an intricate part on our growth and our development. And I want to say this too, and this is respectfully. If we ever gonna grow and we ever gonna get to that point, we're gonna have to get serious about how we gonna move. And when I say move, is to where we don't get moved out the way, like you said earlier, especially when it came to us talking about, you know what I'm saying, us becoming us growing together. So my question is, what's the next move?
I I, I answer this, Rob. Man, and I hate to sound negative. It's self-hate. Don't you know when I worked at this company called Pilot, I swear, and I
Mhm.
finally met real Republicans. I really tried to give a homeless man $1. Don't you know he grabbed my hand and told me don't give him that? So what I'm
Wait a minute,
basically
hold up, hold
saying
up, hold
that
up. He said what?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Go ahead.
I said one because people wanna. I just met real Republicans. They if they feel like if I can do it, you can do it too, and we're gonna stay permanent underclass because people get mad for the people in the housing market because they going to work every day and they not doing nothing. So and the people that's not doing nothing doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we a poster child for underclass. We are. Look at Mayweather got all that money and don't do nothing. He just bought 62 buildings. To do what? So I don't know, man.
What say you, Tim?
Crabs in the bucket, man.
That's what he meant.
Yeah. Crabs in the bucket. Cold part. You'll watch that nigga make it over the fence, and you're big gonna reach his arm back
Oh no.
just so you can pull him back down.
Oh God, dang, man.
No, man, because bro, it's hurtful, bro, because what can you say good? Man, I don't know. Because I don't want to get you flagged or nothing.
No,
Because
man.
it's
This
just
day, man. We
real,
talk
man.
truth
And
over here. We talk truth. Give your truth, man. This is your
okay,
perspective. We respect it.
well, it's self hate, bro, and it's like black folks so crazy that they if you blow up right now, they gonna want to stand with you and ain't put no work in. You know what I'm saying? And I met a real Republican that don't help nobody that don't help themselves. And the first and when you talk to black people with no action, you just talking. They don't want to hear. Man, I love my people, bro. And I just wish they take the emotions out of it, bro. Cause look how they so emotional, got me emotional because I don't understand why I got or not. But they gonna
Right,
make you understand it when they pull that pistol out or talk
right,
about you, go back door and try to fuck your girl. You know what I'm saying? They want you to make their story, whatever they said about you, true, bro. You know what I'm saying? People can hold on to every word like that. Yeah, man, that 50 Cent concert was live. Man, you asleep. How you know? Well, I heard about it. See what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Oh, Jesus Christ.
and it don't stop.
It does definitely stop. Now, speaking of what you just said,
Hold on, Rob. Did you already talk about this Raw the problem, Raw the solution? What you feel like the solution is, man?
I feel like at this point, um,
Dead.
the damn no, I'm not gonna say that because well, for the older ones, there's a few far in between. We're that three, you know what I'm saying? Probably that half of a percent. But I'm gonna say right now the youth. And the reason why I say the youth is because we have a grip on some of, you know what I'm saying, on some of them. We're influences, right? Believe it or not, right? You know what I'm saying? Tim, you are looked at as a inspiration to people, especially in the hair care industry, also in the psychology industry. Same thing, black in the trucking industry, also in the family orientated situation. Me in the entertainment, me on the side of education and different things like that. So I think we have a certain foundation of where we're not old. You know what I'm saying? We're not old fogies. We're still young dudes, and we have experienced a lot of things. And I think the youth are the key ingredient because whoever has the children got the future. And I'm not saying we'll be able to just be, save every last one of them, but we'll leave a stain on their brain enough to understand exactly how things should be and supposed to be, as opposed to letting the society and the world dictate to them what it should be. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I can't beat dirt
Oh no, we not even in that level
or
because
NBA young boy.
but see, here's the thing. His name is not signed NBA young boy on them checks. His real name is signed on them checks. So there's a differentiate between a character, a fictional character, and a person that's really trained to go to do business. You know what
Bro,
I'm
can I
saying?
be honest with you? Man,
Talk
I
to
used to
me.
ride on the freeway and jam Kiki like I really wrote that song, smoking weed. So you think I don't? You think the youth don't listen to them? Boy, look, man, say, man.
Let me tell you something. One of the biggest things right now is when everyone when 50 Cent had that song, "We Get High on the Time, We Smoke That Good Shit," and you found out that he don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? He did none of that. And that goes to show you of entertainment. Even when you look at some of your biggest rappers that have came through in the last couple of years, 2 Chainz, he went to college. Mobb Deep went to private school, went to college. Diddy went to college. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that are in positions, they actually went to school. Some
So
of
Yeah,
them,
what do you see the
even
future
feature
then,
rapping
bro?
about all them drugs that he don't take, man.
you know
What?
what I'm
So, bro.
saying?
So answering your question, your point is what?
My point is that we're more than just rappers and basketball players and stuff like that. We have people like Byron Allen who bought up all these TV stations that nobody talks about, and I think he should be put on the forefront. See, these are the things of history that
Well,
we don't
he
do.
not self made, so that's why people don't. Didn't Elon Musk give him that money?
To it
How
to
many,
a
how many
certain
white
extent.
boys here to sleep behind the scene? Well, you know it now. Little black, we ain't gonna get flagged, man. Go ahead, roll
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it,
That's what I'm. See,
Look,
that's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm downplaying us with the truth.
so as soon as we start blasting the truth,
Oh
then it
my
becomes a
God!
problem.
I might get audited from the IRS. I'll be like, wait a minute, I know how to get 30. Oh yeah.
You get a knock at your door with them people in suit and ties.
Be like, now I know I turned in all my receipts.
You going in that shoebox. You say what date? 2020, 2022, July 12th. Let me see.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. It's all bad, man. Because if you got to think about it, like the basketball shows, like Gilbert Arenas and all them, uh, 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 Charles Barkley and them, man, it's like how we got our group.
Mhm,
It's only a group of people that just work their section, like
mhm,
Charles Barkley, Shaq.
mhm.
Then you got, you know what I'm saying, Lacasa Knott. You got people like us work our little group. It's just a small little groups, bro. We not strong enough to move shit. We can stir the pot, but we don't have enough strength to turn it over. We'll heat it up, but the white boy eat make food with it. Like he'll take our ideas and you know what I'm saying, and then or he'll throw some money down there PPP. Man, them white folks ain't dumb, man. They know like, oh, this little group coming up. Oh, we don't want them. We want David Ruffin. We don't want y'all. They know how to. You know what I'm saying? They know how to do it, bro.
Now, here's the question I want to ask. Speaking of when you just talked about that situation, is black media black excellence or black exploitation? Why is it important to have media representation that amplifies black voices and stories across various communities? Because the reason why I say that is because we don't have an outlet. We only believe what they write and what they approve. We don't control that. So with us being a media source, I feel like it's important because we can control our own narrative. See, they can give theirs, we can give ours, and we can get the real scoop. Because if you look at half of these situations that are in the media, they're only told as half truths because they only have a half-ass story. But I feel like for any black person that may be of a prominent figure, they could come to our media sources and then be able to give a certain level of truth. You know what I'm saying? Because in the public of court, in the court of public opinion, whatever they approve of to say about you, it becomes the truth. You know what I'm saying? And a lie unchallenged becomes the truth.
But guess what? But guess what though? It's so easy now because you remember crack back in the day,
Hmm.
clout, and that wraps it all up in one word. Like they gonna hit themselves in the head with a pain. They gonna do. I'm saying if you get to talking about real shit, they want clout, man. Because I'm gonna be real with you. I was watching Jaguar right. I'm gonna just show you how clout is very important.
Hmm.
Orlando Brown was up there tripping, and them Crips almost beat him up. No, Jaguar Wright got out of that stance and say, you know what? I stopped him from hurting the boy because he tried to follow her trend. You see what I'm saying? But her snap got so good because she was finna lose the money to get him out the show. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he was playing the Diddy role and all that. But what I'm trying to tell you, truth doesn't matter to black folks. Long as you can make them laugh, and you, cause look, watch this here, Raw.
Yeah,
Like,
when he caught up boy Kiki Palmer, he came to his senses real fast.
right. So the point that I'm trying to make is, like, when it gets, it's like it's this is what I hate about black people. Like, if I go sell crack or if I go do something real bad, at least he telling the truth. That's wrong. You want me to upload that?
Wait a minute, Tim. What did I tell you them times that we talk, man? The delusion that we surpass exactly the reality of what we in, right?
Yeah,
Remember, I told you,
see,
I say,
because she told y'all she was a prostitute is all good. So,
Yes,
yeah,
bro. That's what we doing. And clout is bad, man. That shit worse than crack. Everybody want to be famous in their own mind.
he only selling dope to take care of his family.
Oh yeah, he robbed the bank. Oh, you hating? You mad because he got money?
see, look. He cut off. I don't know what just happened, man. But as soon as he was finna get ready to land his plane, boy, they cut him short, man. Boy, ain't that cold, bro?
Oh yeah,
But I'm gonna
oh
say
yeah.
this though. I feel like what we're doing now is what we call black excellence because we have our moments of truth. And I think slowly but surely people are gonna flock to this. You know what I'm saying? We almost at 1,400 subscribers, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what you do, especially on your media channel, what I do on my media channel, a lot of people they might not subscribe, but they are watching. You know what I'm saying? He's back on truth. We back. We see you, man. See, when the
Uh,
powers that be, they was already shutting you down,
see what I'm
man.
saying? And I got to tell you, I say I hate to come off like this, bro, but that's just where we at, man. And I don't wanna, I don't wanna. Oh my god, man! It, like I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be a college professor or none of that. I'm just telling you what the average person does daily. Why you think it's single? It's so many single people out here because don't nobody want to see you with that hole in your sock. Don't nobody want to come to your house right after you take a shit. I'm just saying you go. They don't want. They don't want to show you that they burnt the bacon. You know what I'm just. Yeah. So you know because everybody got.
Look, see there, they cut him again. You get what I'm saying? You see what I'm talking about, Tim? When we having these real live truthful conversations, there's always a certain level of interference. So that to me lets me know that what we're talking about is right and we're spot on target. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do you think now also I want to put your thing up here so that people can see how to get in contact with you. You know what I'm saying? I put your Instagram up there so the folks can understand how you coming and to let them know that, you know what I'm saying, you are an entrepreneur and you are a business owner and you do have multiple streams of income to create to show people a certain level of value. And here he is. He's back. Truth is back. Shout out to Truth. You know what I'm saying? He in and out. They
Yeah.
trying to keep a
Hey, I'm
real
gonna
one
say
down.
this again. We gonna switch. I'm saying we had the same amount of time as Michael Jordan and chose to be nothing.
That's a certain level of truth right there. Um, I wanna say this right. Um, to you, and you know, I want you to have the final word. Um, when you look at your son, you know what I'm saying, or girl, you know what I'm saying, of your family, do you feel that that is your hope?
No, I feel like he my wish.
He's your wish.
I wish him the best. Because if you hope, it's like you saying like, I hope he don't make the wrong decision. I just be like, I wish you the best. Like I'm gonna push you to the best. Like I wish nothing but the best for you. I ain't gonna hope, because hope can be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you walk through the door and you hope you got a gift under the tree. You like in your mind, you like, man, I wish I got a hope. I wish I got a gift under the tree. Like you know it's there.
Mhm.
Instead of hoping, it's like it's a 50-50 deal. Wishing is like a dream. Like I know it's gonna come together. Maybe I went too deep, but you know, do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, trust me, I hear what you're saying. And I'm gonna say this: don't stop what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, don't stop what you're doing. Don't stop laying the foundation and the works of what you know, because a lot of times these conversations help people. And I labeled this tonight. I labeled this tonight. Uh, Black men versus everybody, because we're fighting so much.
Yeah.
We're fighting. We're fighting. Listen, check this out. Think about how many things we fight before we even leave our houses. For us to be at the top, as far as being the provider, we're fighting with our children for them to be disciplined through the parent, which is the mother. We're fighting the mother for the respect factor. We're also fighting the fact of white supremacy being in the effects of our home to want to take care of our children and take care of our wives or our significant other. Then we get outside of the house, we fighting white supremacy because it's a possibility that we could get pulled over, mistaken identity, and shot and killed. Then we go to the job to deal with people that don't respect us, even if we are business owners. Then they have attitudes and problems and don't want to see us be great, as we've scrapped, fought in our homes, fought outside our homes to get to the opportunity itself. Then we proceed to, after all of this, come back home, risk
Mhm.
ourselves to get shot, possibly mistaken identity. Then we come back to our house to where we have to fight white supremacy, when we have to fight with the very people that we love and care about to assure of their protection and their provision financially, just in case you pass, that they're well taken care of. And they wonder why the black man goes to bed at 3 times the stress level than any other race on the planet. Then we need to start having these real in-depth conversations, not just with ourselves, among us ourselves as men, but we got to have these conversations with our women, but only the women who are willing to listen.
Right.
That's the
So,
difference.
and I know it's been an hour and 14. I know I'm gonna give me some sleep.
Yeah,
And you won't you close that podcast out with my ideas, yours and Tim's. Mash it up for them, simple and plain for the podcast, and serve it to them. Cause you smart, you know what me and Tim was saying. You
yeah,
can articulate it to where they can understand what we on your clothes.
absolutely,
And
bro.
on that note, man, I'll hit you tomorrow, man.
Shout out to Black, you know what I'm saying? The truth. Black man, dude. For sure, man. Definitely. Listen. I told you I wasn't gonna be long-winded tonight, man, and I wanted to just enlighten y'all, because it's some Black history that nobody's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I brought Dr. Claude Anderson, and I hope that one day he reaches this message, or he gets whiff of it. You know what I'm saying? And he actually sees that there are young brothers out here that care and still want to carry the torch, and basically take the blueprint and trace exactly what he's got, and then we update it in our lexicons, man, for real. Without further ado, I want to get to this portion, and I really want to touch bases with this man. And this is Rob the Prob's 2 cents, and I'm talking about new levels. I want everybody, I want you to hear me out when I say this. I want everybody that's in the position of not knowing, I want you to take initiative to know. That's a new level. Listen, when you make one step towards something that you don't know and you initiate that step, you're reaching a new level. I'm not here to tear down nobody. I'm not here to say what's wrong, but I'm here to give you something that's right. And with these 2 cents, I'm saying try. Try. 1 ounce of doing beats 10,000 pounds of talk. Shout out to Jason Black. He gave me that. That's very important if we're going to progress and scale ourselves up. I challenge you to do one thing better, one step better. Even if you get not getting along with somebody, even if it comes to family, I challenge you today to try to move one step in a forward direction, whether it's a kind word or a kind suggestion, or maybe just even buying somebody a coffee to initiate something better. We always complain about the world. We always complain about problems, but can you be a solution to something? Can you put out in the world and be a better change in the world that you want to see? And it's all initiated with you, and it only takes one step. So if you want to get to that new level, understand that sometimes you got to take a step back in order to move forward. Sometimes you got to get outside of yourself and see yourself in your ways. If you know that you have bad ways and bad situations that you need to work on, take one step towards understanding why, where, how did it go wrong, and different things like that. It's nothing wrong with that. Take a step back. I had to take a step back on who I was as a person. And I wasn't a great person in my early 20s, but I've learned to manage my emotions and learned to manage my feelings. Here's a secret that y'all don't know about me. I went to an alternative school. Believe it or not, I'm well educated, but I also had some issues. I was slick at the mouth. My mother told me if I didn't change my ways, that one day I was going to end up dead just because of my mouth. That was a hard pill I had to swallow. Otherwise, I was going to choke on it. So guess what? I took the necessary steps of understanding why I was the way that I was. And I'm not blaming this on not having a dad, because I do have a father. I'm not blaming this on because I wasn't deprived of things. I had a 2-parent household, but I had some personal issues and some internal issues that I learned that I had to shut down. I had to become a shell of my old self in order to become the new person. And me going into psychology, me studying psychology, studying children, studying the ways and different things, and learning the type of terminologies that I bring to y'all. That's important because I was that particular person. I am, when I worked in the education system, I was that kid with the behavior. Not to the point of where I got physical with anybody, but I knew that I had to channel in some of the things and lock in and focus on those things if I was to be better. Because if I was that same person in my 20s as I was in my 40s, I'd be unemployed, I'd have no retirement, and I wouldn't know which way I was going. And that's to you youngsters. A lot of us, as we're young, we think that we have something to prove, and we don't have nothing to prove but to our families, of us actually carrying on their legacy and making it 10 times better than the last one. We owe that to our parents. We owe that to our people. We owe that to our culture. And that's why I say what I say tonight of us being Black history, and for us to never forget that, and to understand that if everybody else can remind us of their situations and their Holocaust and things like that, damn it, then we can stuff their face with ours too, because theirs ain't no better than ours. All the men and women that died in the Congolese, all the young men and women that died on those sugar fields and those cotton fields, all the men and women that made sacrifice, jumped ship to death because they preferred death over slavery. Don't let nobody forget that. Don't let your children forget that. And most of all, don't ever let that be history, because everybody else's history is on the forefront. Don't never let your history be on the back burner for somebody else's. And if we're not going to be a permanent underclass, like Dr. Claude Anderson says, then that means we got to start getting started. Right now is the time. It's time to stop playing. It's time to get serious and handle our business and do what we need to do in order to secure a financial future. Because guess what? Each year, each city that's major, it gets more and more expensive to live. Right now, if you're not even over six figures is going to probably be the next bottom underclass. Understand that. There's so many things happening behind the scenes. Be aware in your politics. Be aware in your economics. Be aware of where your children need to be. Have these conversations with your children. Ask them how much they want to make and see if it matches the median income in the city of which you in, or if they plan on moving somewhere else. What financial sectors do they need to be in? What job sectors do they need to be in order to make the money to survive and maintain? Just like Black said, where it be families of 5 and 6 in one house because they can't afford a house or a home that they can actually have as a gathering place instead of a permanent place. I challenge y'all. It's Black History Month. Don't let our history become history. That's all I got to say. Shout out to y'all. Told y'all, listen, if it's your first time to the channel, welcome to the Let's Yap About It podcast. We are the podcast where we give it to you live, raw, direct, and full effect for you, the people, because without you, the people, this would not be possible. Listen, if you know anybody that needs to have this conversation, play this for them and become a subscriber, man. Hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know what y'all think. Like I told you, Friday, we coming live and direct, man. We got Creole Brett. We definitely rocking and rolling, man. Listen, we not playing no games. If you ever want to get your music featured on the podcast episode, send your music to Let's Yap About It at gmail.com and get your music featured on the best problem cast in the media. Man, listen, don't be, if you know somebody that's doing music, man, I want to take a listen to it. I want to see what they got. I want to see what they're talking about, man. Allow them. You see it at the bottom of your screen right there. You see it. Lock in, get that information, and we're going to rock out. Now, listen. Also to this, I want to show y'all so y'all can actually see what I'm talking about. That one-on-one interview is coming. Listen, all of what you want to know. And then I also got somebody else coming after that. I got a big special guest. We working behind the scenes. We working out the date of a one-on-one, and we going to definitely drop that interview. And that's going to be crazy. And I want y'all to have an enjoyable week this week. I want y'all to start this week off right. I want y'all to be empowered. And I hope this show empowered y'all to give y'all some food for thought. Man, salute to everybody that watches this channel and passes it along. We on the way to 1,400 subscribers. We right there. Grab the subscribers and also understand at that podcast interview, I'm going to choose somebody. So if you give me at least a couple of more followers, man, DM me, man, definitely. You're getting the gift bag. I'm giving it away. I'm announced the winner at the podcast itself. So listen, I got so many things that I want to give away from yours truly. I don't play. I told you I honor my word. You've seen the winners. You've seen the merchandise that has been flying to. The hats are on the way. So listen, you get me 5 subscribers. If I get you know what? The next person that gets me to 1,400, if you get me those subscribers, man, you're going to get you a free bottle. You're going to get you a free Hennessy basketball and some more stuff behind the scenes, man, for real, for real. So, yeah, we definitely dropping up the gift bag. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy, Lamb. You know what I'm saying? He always, man, listen, he's one of my big supporters, man. Shout out to Lamb. He always got love for me. Lamb, you know what? Hit me behind the scenes. Listen, hit me behind the scenes. I might go ahead and drop something with you. Hold on. Let me see if I can drop you up here, man. Shout out to you, Lamb. What's up, baby? You all right?
What's up, baby Robert?
What's up, man? What's going down, man? Shout out to my boy Lamb, man. We rocking the road. You already know how we do. Shout out to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? They always show me love. I got to show you something real quick. Let me grab it real fast.
Okay.
Yo, you send me, listen to me, check me out, Lamb. Hit me behind the scenes or drop on my DM or hit me in the email. Man, listen, I got the hats. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I got the new hats. You know what I mean? I got the different
Trucker.
colors. Yeah, yes, sir. Listen to me. Send me your address and what have you, and I'll send you out one, man. Courtesy of me, bro. Shout out to you, bro, for real.
You are making the Higgins last name proud. T. Higgins, Cincinnati Bengals.
Yo. For real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Higgins, man. Listen, we definitely moving across the board, man. And you always, man, one of my biggest supporters. LaShonda Calhoun, one of my big supporters since day one. I gotta give some love to her too.
Hey, Robert, I want to say for the podcast I was supposed to be on, I was tapped into the nightcap broadcast live first stop in New Orleans Super Bowl weekend. So,
Yeah, hey.
I appreciate you all showing the love.
Listen to me. Send me your address. I'm gonna send you a hat courtesy of me, and I'm gonna make sure you get it, man. So shout out to you, bro, for real.
I love you so very much, brother.
Bet, man. Holla at me, bro. I'm finna close out this show.
Close it out, brother.
Bet. Y'all, that's Lamb on the check-in, man, all the way from California. Hey, I told y'all, man, we going international with this thing. Listen, I want y'all to have yourselves a good night. I got work in the AM. We building all the way across the board. And listen, I'm going to probably drop something old that y'all ain't heard that y'all might like, you know what I'm saying? But I want to just drop this track and end the night show. Let me see what I can do. And I can pull up. I'm going to see what I got in here. Let's see. I'm gonna drop this something positive. It's one of my boys' tracks, man. Listen to me. If you ride in the city, man, appreciate this track. This is my boy Luau Sendor. The track is called Still Us, and we out tonight, man. Love y'all, appreciate y'all, man. We rocking out Tuesday at 10:15. This is on the way to the interview. We definitely gonna rock out, man. Peace, love, and good night for sure.
In a world that's social media driven, it seems that love is taken for granted.
No.
I'm just glad that we've been able to survive and weather the storm. And there's nobody I'd rather be on this journey with. Us. We. Still.
Still the one I'm fucking. You still the one I'm loving. You still the one about you a hater could tell me nothing. Still the one I need. Woman of my dreams. Still the one I'm bringing the minute that I succeed. Cause for me, I know you ride. Your every need I'll provide. Forever shit on my mind. Forever our souls are tied. I really just think it's time. We sit and we pick a time for shit that's been on our mind. Forever you'll be my spine, right? At first shit had got rocky with the outside chatter. We blocked it out and kept it moving, that shit don't even matter. You threw that pussy, I knocked it out, now I'm the only batter. And I'm so glad it happened, for real. Rubbing you, touching you, giving you life. Thug in the house, you can sleep through the night. Family good, all the kids are alright. Arguments happen, I'm making it right. Buy you a present, put you on a flight. Didn't get married, but call you the wife. Smiling and happy, you loving your life. Them hoes, they hating, it's all out of spite. You the one that took me from my old ways. I'm just trying to be with you the old age. You my lover friend and my homemade, my only, yeah, still.
Hey, I'm on my way to the house. Be ready and have your bags packed. We're getting ready to get out of here.
Ceremony, holy matrimony, how they want it, shit real, nothing phony, how we own it, not condoning or tolerate nothing when it come to my baby, still my lady, life is crazy, you're amazing, glad we made it, and God gave me somewhere to share something that's finally real, and you know I'm gonna hold you down from right now until, permanent contract, it's no way I'm letting you out of the deal, and everything I said from day one live inside of me still. You the one that took me from my old ways. I'm just trying to be with you the old age. You my lover friend and my homemade, my only, yeah, still.
Yeah.